Good afternoon, welcome again to the 12th, now can you believe it's 12th video for the Bailey Group coronavirus updates. Now this one you will know is coming out on a Monday. We're actually going to change the days, so they're going to come out on Mondays. The reason for that is very simple. Lots of things get given out on a Friday just after I did the Thursday video, so we're going to change it to the Monday so we can pick up on these things. And there are some things we're talking about today which will actually bear that out. Okay, so the first thing today, we're going to talk about our normal things. Obviously we're going to talk about the self-employed scheme, we're going to talk about the furloughing, the bounce back loans, and then a couple of things at the end that have just come out about general advice. So the self-employed scheme then, you'll all know, those of you who applied for it, it was set up, applied for in late May. Money came in, it covered the first 3 months of the year. It was for 80% of your profits over the 18-19 tax year, or a couple of years before that if you were averaging those years. So this time the scheme is exactly the same, so it's for 3 months, but it's only for 70%. So it's 70% of your profits. It's the same period of time as well, and you can claim both, so you can claim for the first one and for the second piece. But remember, you need to have claimed for the first one before the 13th of July. So the 13th of July, you can claim for the first 3 month payment, and then after that date, you'll be able to claim for the next one. Now, the next piece will obviously be the July, August and September piece. That piece, you'll only be allowed to claim that in August, we understand. Now, there's a lot of things floating around about this at this time. Again, it's slightly changed, as I said before, 70%, so the maximum amount you can claim is $6,750, and it will be paid automatically by HMRC, but you will still have to claim it. You'll still have to claim it as you did the first one. That's what we're told at the moment. Might change as we get closer to the date. So just keep your eyes open for that one, and obviously we'll be updating you on the way through as we go through these videos. So the furlough scheme, you had to furlough your staff members before the 10th of June. That was because it was 3 weeks until the end of June, start of July, and obviously from July then the scheme changes slightly. So July is exactly the same. August then we have a slight change, same in September and October. Now look back at our video number 11 to see me explaining that for you, and then you'll have a full indication of where you're going. But remember, both those two, the self-employed scheme and the furloughing, they're both taxable. So you will pay tax on those amounts when they go into your account, so your tax return. And just something that someone asked me last week, the self-employed scheme, it's also national insuranceable. So you'll be paying the percentage of national insurance on that scheme as well. So you just got to be careful, and remember there'll be a higher tax bill because of that, okay? The bounce back loan, lots of you have got this now. Lots of you asking me about this. The bounce back loan, really, really easy to apply for. It's free money for a year, so you don't have to repay anything in the first year, and you don't pay any interest in the first year. The really good thing about it is it's really, really simple. And we even helped a client over the weekend on this Saturday morning, sat round, and he didn't understand how to do it, so we helped him. And yes, lo and behold, he's got his money in today. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Really easy to do, no issue with it. Just remember, of course, this is a loan. So for all of you regular visitors out there to my videos, remember, I hope you all remember Silly Billy David. Well, Silly Billy David got his loan. He's not Silly Billy now, is he? But you've got to remember, it is a loan, it is repayable, and it will come back. So just some numbers around that. The £50,000, it's about £833 a month after the first year. So you might think it's a good value. It's only 2.5% interest, so it may be good value. You may think about doing that. As I said before, we've had clients take it out intent on paying off some mortgages with it. Good idea. Pay off expensive debt, credit card debt, that sort of thing. Really good idea. Just going back to some of the other couple of things that we've got flowing around, the furlough scheme, obviously, as I say, it's taxable. Remember, the loan isn't taxable. It's a loan, so it has to be paid back. The furlough scheme, the self-employed scheme, those of you that have claimed the rates, the £10,000 rates, that's taxable. So just remember about those. They're not the same as the loan. They're not repayable, but they are taxable. Really important, that, really important. So in other news, so those of you in the contracting industry, in the building industry, you were waiting with bated breath in relation to the reverse VAT scheme. Well, that's been postponed again until March. So it's already put off from last October. It was going to start this October. It's been put off again. Again, something that came out last week, late last week, so it would have missed our first payment, our first video piece. So that's why we've changed it to Monday again. For those of you keen on our videos who've seen them all, you'll notice I'm wearing one of my fancy shirts today. This was chosen as the favourite shirt of the viewers in our viewers poll. So if you want to get me to wear another one of these shirts, then in the votes that come up over the next couple of weeks, vote for that favourite shirt out of the 13 or 14 videos floating around. And those keen people around you know that who know me very well, know I'm a keen football fan, and behind me you'll see we've got Eric Cantona there at the back, actually holding the championship trophy for when Leeds United won it. So the football season starts this week, obviously. Really keen to see that coming back. We're getting back to normal, aren't we? So let's just keep going, and not long to go now. Just keep everything going and we'll be all right. We'll come out of it at the end, as I said all along. The government's trying to help us a lot. Keep your eyes open, please. One final point. There is rumours about a scheme for directors with dividends. Rumours about that. Now, I'm not in the know like you think I am, but I've heard rumours on the grapevine. So just keep that in mind. Hopefully, for those of you who've only got dividend income because you're limited companies, hopefully there'll be some scheme out there for you coming out soon. Okay, so it's goodbye from me for this week. Obviously, you can see I've got Sean and Benny with me still, and they're keeping Eric warm because he's going to be playing this week. Brilliant stuff. Thanks very much indeed. See you next time.